Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome back to another layout update. I have a lot of exciting stuff to show you today. I've been really hard at work working on scenery towards the back side of the layout, and I've gotten a lot done. So I think you're all going to enjoy what I'm going to show you. A few other new items to show you as well. You're going to see one of them right here behind me, but let's go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the big change in this update is all of the ground covering and some of the accessories that I've hooked up towards the back here. We'll start by the engine shed. I installed 8 lights in the engine shed. These were actually really easy to install lights. You just could peel off the back of the lights to make it stick to wherever you needed it to, and then I just daisy chained them and wired them all together. You can see all of the ballast work and ground cover that's gone in to this area. I'll probably do some more blending and a couple more layers to just make it look a little bit better. But as you can see, the switch tower's been wired up. So has this floodlight tower, and the 2 other tall floodlight towers, this one here and then the one in the back right there. Those have also been hooked up, so it makes the layout look really nice when all the lights are turned off. So hopefully you can see that I've gotten all the way to the back of the mountain there and all the way across. Looking pretty sharp. Okay, I wanted to get on top of the layout so you could see a little bit better. You can see that I went all the way to the retaining wall here. I permanently had those bridge supports put in place. They were just kind of temporarily sitting there, but secured those into place pretty well. You can see I went pretty far back into that mountain with ballast. I'll probably try to get a little further back by going underneath the top level. You can see over by the intermodal facility, I've gone all the way to the back wall. Probably should have filmed this before I put the containers all back in place, but it actually looked pretty good back there when I got done. Then we can go over this way and into the mountain. You can see where I also did more ground covering and ballast. This building also had lights installed in it. Can't really tell right now, but when the lights are off you can see the lights in there. And the ground cover over here with this little tank wired in as well with the light on it. And going back into the mountain. Put a couple trees down there too. I'll probably add a few more rocks around this accessory to kind of blend it in with everything a little bit better. But so far, pretty good start, I think. I took some trains off the track because I wanted the engine shed and sidings to be a little more freed up so I could actually use them, so they weren't just filled with cars. So that's what I did here. We're going to have to build another shelf somewhere down here in the basement, but I think we know where we're going to put it. But I got to show you something really cool that I'm pretty proud to have finally gotten wired up. I wired this water tower to my DCS remote. So if I just let me put the remote right here. If I just go to accessory and scroll down one to water tower, and I click the on button. Pretty cool, huh? And I just click off, goes right back up. So that looks pretty neat when I pull the Hudson steam engine out to run around the layout. That's a lot of fun. So pretty easy to do. Wiring it into the DCS system makes operating the trains a lot more fun. So you'll see that I've done all the ground cover over here again, and I put a much darker ground cover underneath the trestle support. And then we have the layout become bare again. I have this blue tape here to just cover up the seam in the wood so that eventually I'll cover it with something so you won't notice the tape. But I'm looking to add a few more buildings down this way now. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to have these 2 in the lineup, but looking for a couple more buildings that I'm going to add, and once those are in place I'll finish up all the ground cover down here. Alright, one of the first new items to show you is this little Timken caboose. Timken is actually the company I'm working for this summer in Canton, Ohio. So I was on eBay and I knew that a lot of train makers make steel cars, and Timken's in both steel and roller bearings. So I found this one on eBay. This is made by K-Line. 2 versions had been released. They both look the same, but the first ones didn't have lights and the second one did. This one does not have the lights. but it actually is a really sharp looking little caboose. I'm real glad that I picked it up, and looks like a pretty nice addition to the layout, I'd say. Alright, next big item here. This is a new MTH SD70ACe in the Norfolk Southern paint scheme. I picked this up just a few days ago. This actually was released back in the winter, I believe, of this year. It actually might have been out this past December, and I had to pass it up at the time, but I went to the Stockyard Express in Oberlin, Ohio not too long ago, and he had just found and picked up another one, and I called him over the phone and said, would you mind packaging that up and sending it aside for me? And he said no problem, and I'm glad I picked it up when I did, because a lot of people have been trying to find these now, and unfortunately I think it's going to be extremely hard for anybody to get one now. It's a very, very nice locomotive. This is the first SD70 that I've owned. When I think about it, I own a bunch of ES44s and a lot of other GE locomotives. I have one SD50, and then this will be my first SD70. So really big looking diesel locomotive. I think it looks really awesome. Operating ditch lights on the front and the back. Great detail, everything you'd expect from a Premier Line MTH engine, and you'll see this running around the layout here at the end of the video. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this layout update. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'm going to continue working on the middle level here. I should have that pretty finished up here soon. Also, I'm going to add a few more buildings to the road here towards the front. I'm going to make sure I get buildings I really like though and look good, because they're towards the front of the layout. That's one of the things that myself and other visitors are going to see a whole lot. So hopefully we'll have those buildings picked out soon, and I'll be able to finish up the ground cover and everything right down here on the front. But I hope you enjoyed. I should have some more layout updates coming soon. I'll leave you with footage of the trains running like always. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.